So if you're planning a trip to Las Vegas in either 2023, 2024, or anywhere hereafter, really, you need to pay attention to this video. This is a very valuable video for you because in this video, I'm going to tell you how to avoid bringing back home a problem that will cause you countless thousands of dollars with extermination bills, and also how to carefully pick a hotel because nowadays people are paying $170 per room night in Vegas on average. So how do you pick a hotel and not have lousy service? Because recently there's a pandemic of different proportions on the strip. There's a bed bug pandemic, which we're going to prove in just a moment. We also have Vegas making a very bad list. So it doesn't mean that you can't have a good time. It just means that you have to be careful. And we're going to talk about bed bugs and the terrible service record here in Vegas. So I'm Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. And let's get on with the video. All right, so yeah, it's strange that there's this bed bug problem in Vegas. Now, I guarantee you, knowing some of you out there who just watch me because I infuriate you somehow, you're already in your keyboard going, "This is clickbait, how dare you?" But I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it because you might think, yeah, okay, there's bed bugs in Vegas. Of course there are. There's bed bugs at every dive hotel. Yeah, but I don't know if you would call some of these dive hotels. So bed bugs, if you guys don't know, I mean, if you're from a cold climate, you may not ever think about this stuff, but bed bugs attach themselves to people by various means. So the major question we're going to ask and answer here is whether or not the hotels are responsible for bed bugs. And the answer is kind of, sort of, but mostly not. But they could do a better job. And we'll get to that in a minute. And how you can avoid this problem entirely, right, to the best of your ability. So bed bugs latch themselves onto people. It's not hard to pick up a bed bug if you're on a commercial airline and it takes 4 hours or 6 hours or even a few hours because they might crawl into a little part of your garment and you don't even know they're there. And then you end up at your hotel in Vegas and you stay a few days. And then you take that bed bug home in your luggage. And before you know it, you're spending a lot of money to clean out your own family's life. Because bed bugs are not dangerous to people. You're not going to get sick from a blood-borne illness. But they will cause itching and scratching. And depending on some people's skin type, it can be very painful. They might get blisters, hives, and have problems. So that's what's been happening. And it's been happening at not the Travelodge. No, not the Travelodge. And there is still a Travelodge. It's on the north end by Circus on the Strip. It's not happening at, Bill's 1 hour rate Love Shack, which isn't really a hotel, but it should be, I guess, maybe. Probably do really well. It'd be Instagrammable, right? But no, it's happening at Circus. And some of you guys are going to immediately say, oh yeah, that's Circus. Yeah, it's happening at the Sahara. And some of you guys might say, Sahara. Well, I mean, it's the Sahara. It's happening at the Tropicana. Again, you might be saying, okay, Tropicana. But then we move on to MGM Grand, Planet Hollywood, Palazzo, and Caesar's Palace. And some of these places more than once. So what happens when these hotels get bed bugs? Now, it's quite simple, really. They shut down the room and the rooms that are around it. They call in the exterminator. They fumigate. They make sure the room is clear. They throw away mattress. They throw away bedding. They throw away things that can be tossed out. Now, this all comes to light by a local news station that did some really great reporting and got freedom of information type of requests made to the Southern Nevada Health District where this kind of stuff is actually reported. So yeah, there's a pandemic in Vegas. It is bed bugs. And I told you that it was true. And it's kind of gross, right? So how do the hotels have any blame into this? I just said they don't, but they kind of do. And they kind of do because we already know that the hotel staff is not having enough time to turn down rooms. I've heard they have only a few minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Somebody told me 6 minutes to turn over a room for a new guest. So they need to either staff up more people, which I've said they're having challenges with, or they need to take some rooms offline and balance the act better. Now, how can you guard against this? That's simple. When you're getting into your room and you're just opening it up, make sure you pull back the comforters, look in the sheets. If you see little brown spots on the sheets, that is not a stain. That's actually a bed bug. Then you might see little carcasses here or there. You might see feces from bed bugs. And if you see that stuff, report it, leave immediately, get your stuff out of there, get your stuff out of there. Don't bring bed bugs home with you. It is a horrible drag to have to deal with and pay those bills. So hotels can do a little bit better. We can do something on our behalf. We shouldn't have to, but you know what, if I blame myself for all of my problems and I don't blame other people, I'm a lot happier saying it's all on me, I suppose. You know, speaking of not blaming myself, I'm not blaming myself for bringing you our channel sponsor. It's a platform called Starfish, and it's something that helps you save money when you're shopping for real life, everyday things at the same places you're already shopping for. So if you shop at Walmart, if you shop at Amazon.com, if you guys go buy gas or groceries at over 500 places, use this platform to save real cash back perks on the places you're already shopping. It's a premium service. My wife and I have been using it forever. It feels really good to go to Outback Steakhouse and get $9 instant cash back perks. I know you're going to love it. Use the website consumerrebellionnow.com to go ahead and learn more and reach out to me with the form on the site, and I'll get you invited to start saving some money. It works in the United States or Canada, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos and supporting us with our channel sponsor. So moving on from bed bugs, I mean, that's one thing. What's another thing that could be bad in Vegas? Oh, look at this guy, Steven. He's just the bluebird of unhappiness for Vegas YouTubers. No, I like to tell it the way it really is. And I'll get to the end of the video and explain why that is and why that's meaningful to me. But the other news in the channel today is that Vegas is pretty bad off when it comes to hotel service, apparently. Yeah, a website called planetaware.com, they did a survey where they looked on TripAdvisor at all the reviews, and they found out that after looking at 800,000 different reviews and looking at complaints like noise complaints, or the room was out of soap, or the supplies weren't all there, no toilet paper, or the room stunk like smoke when it was non-smoking. Vegas didn't make that list, that naughty list. But when they looked at room service and hotel service and staff complaints, yeah, out of a list of 20, Vegas was 11th on that list. And number one being the worst was Miami. Vegas is not far from it. So what can be done here? Well, first of all, I mean, obviously, if you're coming here, you need to do your research on the room you're staying at. It's not unreasonable when you're paying on average $170 a night to have great service at your room, but unfortunately, it seems like that's not always happening in all cases. So make sure that if you're choosing a property, you know that they might have some not great room reviews and service reviews. But I mean, it's also on the hotels to treat everybody like a king and a queen while they're here. You know, Caesar's Palace was to treat everybody like Caesar, according to Jay Sarno, when he opened it up. So they're not doing that anymore, apparently. This list kind of reinforces it. They looked at all the 1- and 2-star reviews on TripAdvisor, and Vegas happened to stand out and have the 11th most mentions of bad room service and bad hotel service and bad hotel staff. So, I mean, there's not much we can do as consumers on that, except for know that the person that's checking you into the hotel is probably very, very overworked and very, very stressed, especially when it's a busy weekend. I don't know if the hotels pay fairly or if they have great treatment of their staff. All I know is that after making enough of these videos, I certainly won't be the YouTuber du jour to be getting slot play deals and things in them, but I would rather bring you the truth than anything else. And the reason I do this, and I will leave you with this, is that I've been praying lately, asking God, what should I do with my channel? Because I mean, my work with the magazine, I don't know if you can see it on my walls, taking off. Should I do the YouTube videos? And you know what my answer was? After 5 months of nobody walking up to me, locals here in town, I all of a sudden had 2 people back to back on a Friday and a Saturday come up to me. And then 3 more people come up to me at an event. And they all told me they really appreciate that I do the videos, that I'm not just doing slot play challenges or eating $500 hamburgers, and that they love the fact that I'm telling people what's actually happening so they can better enjoy their experience here. So no, I don't suspect you will ever see Not Leaving Las Vegas does a review of the biggest suite at Caesar's Palace and got a complete and total comp. But at the same time, to be my authentic self and put myself in my father's position when I was just a young boy and he was 42 years old and my mother wanted him to research stuff so we could have a good vacation, I'd rather look out for guys like my dad than I would for people that just want to stroke my ego, give me free room stays, and make me feel good about myself temporarily, because I just want you to feel good about you and your choices when you come. All right, so that's my video. If you're just browsing through, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I love you guys for watching. You're the best part of my day. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, give me a heck yeah down in the comments. I want to see heck yeahs so I know who actually watches this far. Oh, and if you want to join my list, go to notleavinglasvegas.com/connect, and you guys can get on my email list, and I'll send you off something creative that I do once a week to your email inbox It'll be fun. All right. I love you, sweet Caroline. I can't wait till you come home after this summer. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click.